On that note, I think we got to get started. Hello. Mighty's here. Alminox. And legendary Anson. He's in the stream. I guilted him into being here though, because I was texting him earlier. That's what I'm gonna say. That I just guilted you, okay? How's everybody doing? However, building my FP while you watch, okay. You're trying to get that what's it called? The Rigid Pro working. I'm kind of sad that I told them that I wouldn't be able to make, a video on the S1H with it. And I'm kind of sad because I was like, I'll do one on the S5II or the S5IIX. They never replied, and I was like, oh, all right. What's my dream wireless gear? Dream wireless audio gear. I don't know. Audio is one where I'm like, I feel like I have most everything. Speaking of wireless audio, though, I'm making a video on the Comica VM40s. Hold on. These guys. I actually said last stream that I'd be using these out on a shoot. And I don't know if they're going to love what I have to say about them. If you want, I can give you my first, and by the way, I'm going to get into the title of the video too, talking about, am I switching to the GH7? Because that shoot that I went to, we were shooting on the GH7. This is not the GH7. We were shooting on the GH7, and I was finally able to use the 10 to 25 Leica lens and the 25 to 50. And after seeing the footage and the look, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm starting to get a little bit more on board, with Micro Four Thirds. So, yeah, I was going to possibly show a few clips, but I'm having a hard time connecting to my NAS on this computer. I don't know why. So I might have to try. For some reason, my NAS is not showing. My NAS is not showing up, except did I just close out of my chat thing? Oh, it's right there. Whoops. Sorry, let me put my chat back over here on this little tiny monitor. I need to get a better, live streaming setup over here. I used to have a really good one, but just I need more monitors. I've got one here and one tiny one right here. Anyways, but the Comica VM40, the thing I have to say about them is mostly in regards to their claim of the range of this device. And I reached out to them and I was like, yo, I'm not getting the advertised range. Am I peaking? Hold on, I feel like I'm peaking. I'm gonna just turn myself down. I was like, I'm not getting the advertised range on the Comica. And they were like, oh, it's because make sure you're not, and I'm not even getting close. The advertised range was 200 meters. And I tried to do my intro and I was just walking forward. There's nothing around. And I'm holding the mic like this and it was cutting out and I wasn't even far away. And then when I got closer, right next to the camera, basically, it was working just fine. And I'm like, so anyways, I reached out to him. I told, you think it sounded a bit better before? Turned on a limiter? I turned on a limiter? I didn't turn on a limiter, actually. I just turned myself down a little bit. Hold on. I'm just going to listen to myself for a second. Hold on. I'm just going to listen to myself for a second. I just realized that. Sorry, I just realized the music is echoing. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's echoing? Hang on. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just the way that it was going. The music is like extremely quiet in the background, just so you know, Mighty G. It's very. For a second. Music is like extremely quiet in the background, just so you know, Mighty G. It's very. For a second. Music is like extremely quiet. Okay, it's. I think it's okay. Sorry. Just, you know, I feel like my stream breaks every time I turn it back on. Anyways, so the microphone, they said, okay, make sure that you're not blocking the microphone with your hand, and then also make sure that you're not blocking it with your body. Like, they gave me, like, okay, if you do all of these things, then you'll get 200 meters of range. I still don't even come close to that. And then they're just like, oh, well, you could be around things. And I'm like, nope, I just tested it again in a clear open space. Yeah, I think they're being way, 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 way too generous with the range of this thing. And I think and I watched some other videos too, and like some other people said it, but anyways, I'm going to be a bit more direct and honest with them because, yeah, this is like, you need to change that advertised range because it's not even close. Anyways, there's a few other things that are not like that big a deal, but yeah, that really kind of bothers me that they're advertising at 200 meters of range. The audio quality sounds great. I do like the audio quality is great on this. And like the next video I'm shooting, I'm going to actually use this just at my little setup. But yeah, like a dream audio setup for me, getting to that point is pretty much these microphones. If these lived up to everything that they would be, then yeah, they'd be perfect because they'd be wireless. I can do two at the same time. Because I won't even, if the microphone can't be blocked or anything, then let's say I was like using these on a short film and I put like what's it called? The screen over it. Like the enclosure, wind enclosure, not the dead cat itself, but like that enclosure that boom operators have. If I put it in that, you're not even going to be able to use like the range. And like if somebody steps in front, you can't. Anyways, yeah, it's just like, yeah. For me, it just needs to be around 15, 20 feet. Yeah, like it doesn't need, that's the thing about that whole thing. I'm like, stable 50 feet of range. And I'm going to test it against my DJI mics because my DJI mics, this is why I haven't released the video yet because I'm like still kind of testing some things. But yeah, for a shotgun mic, these are kind of like the dream microphones. But for just like lav mics, I love my DJI mics. I don't need anything more than that. They do 32-bit float internally. You know, they do. They have great range. They're very stable, very reliable. Yeah. So, anyways. Sorry. Let me get to this here. Just ordered a couple of new D80 DLTX body packs. Really loving the ecosystem, especially when able to use the external time code. Yeah, like on the GH7. Yeah, and that's the other thing too is like I'm not really a sound guy, and so when somebody's like, "What's your dream audio setup?" I'm like, I mean, you probably should ask the sound guy because mine's gonna be. I pretty much have what I need. I don't really need anything more than what I have, so. Probably should ask a boom operator or an audio engineer or probably like just like an onset audio mixer, you know? If you want that kind of range, you most likely need a UHF system instead of, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think they just, in my opinion, they just kind of cheaped out on the antenna in here or something. Yeah, like the title of the video is going to be like great product, sloppy execution, because even just like the interface and how you use it is very confusing. It took me forever to figure out how to get to the copy like mode, because this does shoot 32-bit float internally. There's also a problem that happens too when you shoot 32-bit float internally. After you record for an hour, it will 14 frames will just be gone before it splits it in half, and then it cuts out another 14 frames. So it's like, well, now I can't even use this for the 32-bit float internally. Like I can if I know that like something's not going to be longer than an hour, but I can't just set this up, record 32-bit float internally, and then trust that there's not going to be a portion of it that cuts out for 14 frames. So it's like, yeah, anyways. That video will probably be next week. I just need to do a few more tests, but because of holidays and stuff, Thanksgiving, it's been Thanksgiving, so haven't really done it yet. And I needed to get a sponsored video out. Have I guys told you that I am a Ugreen partner? I don't think I've said that before. I'm a partner with Ugreen. They're actually technically my first partner on the channel. Like, I guess you could say Lumix is a partner too, because they send me a whole bunch of things, but like official, like paid partner, I'm a partner with Ugreen. I actually really like Ugreen. What house did I get sorted in? I started playing, I don't know if there's any gamers in here, but I started playing Hogwarts Legacy last night because it was on Black Friday sale. And I've been wanting to play it for a long time, but I got sorted into Ravenclaw, which is actually interesting too, because when I did a test a long time ago, like the official one or whatever, I don't know what even official is, but it sorted me into Ravenclaw again. So apparently I'm just a Ravenclaw. What is the use case for a wireless shotgun mic unless you have a boom operator? I mean, the way I see it, the way I was hoping to use it on that shoot that we were doing is you could set up two microphones, like on an A cam and a B cam, and then they would be wirelessly going into one camera. So then you don't have to sync both cameras later. Or the biggest thing is just shooting like a talking head, right? So like say you're just doing a corporate video or just like an interview or something like that. You don't have to deal with, if you're shooting with a boom mic overhead, you don't have to deal with the cable anymore. So that's why I'm like, I was so stoked for these, because every now and again I do talking head stuff besides me sitting at my desk, and I've usually just used my DJI mics, but sometimes it's hard to hide those and people step in. Yeah, anyways, there's disadvantages to using lavs for interviews. But yeah, I just wanted to set this up, have it be wireless, but I'm like, I feel like I can't trust it though, because the range is not good. And then when I'm doing 32-bit float internally, if I record it longer than an hour, it's going to cut out 14 frames. And how do I track that, Anyways. What do I think I'm assuming you mean, what do I think of the new DJI Mini? I didn't really look into it, because I'm honestly completely happy with my DJI mics, so I haven't even looked into it. I've seen them. I know what they are, but I haven't even looked into them at all. So use wireless shotgun mic to record speakers. Yeah, right now I do it connecting shotgun mic to the Rode wireless. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. You could sorry. That's probably the way I'm going to have to go about it, because I trust the DJI mics more. What I'm probably going to end up doing, I don't know where my DJI mics are. They're over there somewhere. What I'm probably going to end up doing is just using the transmitter and receiver from my DJI mic and just plugging this in to the lav of my DJI mic and have it overhead. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, just to be safe. Because to be honest, the audio quality is great on these mics. They sound awesome, but for the price too. But anyways. Yeah, great in theory, less so in execution. Exactly. For my birthday, can you ask Lumix to send me an S9? And call him up. Just calling him up. By the way, I revealed this last time too. This is the phone number for Lumix if you guys want to reach out to them. Hey, can we hook up our boy Mighty Mimi, Miji, Mighty Miji with an S9? Dude, actually, hold on. For reals though, speaking of the S9 is on. Now we're starting to get to the point where the S9 is like, okay, like, I don't know if you guys are paying attention. You can get, oh, look at this. Guys, look at this. You can get a Lumix S9 in black for $1,300 right now. You guys, how much with the kit lens? The 18 to 40. Okay, the 18 to 40, it's still kind of pricey. What about the 20 to 60? $1,500 with the 20 to 60. Still 17% off. Stop it. Go away, honey. Yeah, I know that this is just for the black version. Yeah, you can't get it for that cheap, but still, $1,300 is a great price for this camera. See, what I was saying is now we're getting into the point where the Lumix S9 is like going on sale, and the price of it is like, that's really good. That's really good, guys. Like, I feel like if it would have launched at $1,300, more people would have been kind of like more open to the idea of it, right? Because $1,500 I felt was a little steep at the time, but yeah. But hey, you can still get a Lumix S5II for the Lumix S5II and the S9 are basically the same now in price. So if you're like, no, it's not a pro camera, what's like, well, you just get the S9 or the S5II for, I think it's $1,300 as well. I'm gonna check. There's links in the description, guys. Use my affiliate links. I'm just kidding. But if you, yeah, seriously, if you want to help channel out, feel free to use them. Yeah. Oh my. Oh, what? Oh my, guys. You guys. The S5II is even cheaper. You get the kit lens, the 20 to 60 S5II for $1,300? Are you out of your mind? Yeah, and this is how you know, too. Lowest price in 30 days, because I have like a tracker thing. How much is it for just the body? Oh! You've got to be kidding me. Oh, it's S5. You're right. It's S5. Shit. Damn it. Good catch. My bad, guys. My bad. Okay, here we go. I got way too excited. Jumped the gun. Okay, lies. They were all lies, guys. They were all lies. I'm not crazy. That was the S5II. Nobody wants it. I'm just kidding. Some people say the S5's, the S5's, what's it called? Image quality is better. I personally like the image quality S5II more. But okay, 1,800 or 1,700. That's not as crazy. Not as crazy. So you can get it used though for a great price. So okay, let me catch up. Most important question of all, what is the movement thing on my desk? Brother, this is my venom fluid. That's my venom fluid, okay? My venom. He's hanging out, he's chilling. Look at him. Look, he's my little buddy. My little feral fluid. Venom fluid. Cool hoodie. Hey, Obi Wolf. I appreciate it. DJI mics are go to as well. Yeah, the DJI mics are just DJI just makes. I love DJI's products. Like they're always reliable. They're always good. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with them. I want to get the new gimbal. I need to get the RS4 Pro because I have the DJI Focus Pro and I've started to use it more lately, but I want to use them on my dual lens. I need to do another video on my dual lens, but actually, I'm going to be doing another video on my dual lens. DJI hashtag sponsor. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There is a reason. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up. Am I? Whoa. Am I clickbait? Sure. Yeah, I agree. That's how it should have been priced at launch, though. The S9, 1300, and then, yeah, it's just gonna get better too. Like the price of it's just gonna get better. So use the Lumix Sync app to monitor myself, but disconnect around 5 to 7 meters from the camera. GH5 you can move closer to 50 meters away, and it didn't disconnect. That's the one thing. The S9, I need to do more tests on it. I haven't used it super often, but the S9, the Lumix Lab app is replacing the Lumix Sync app eventually, and I feel like they're going to add remote monitoring on the S5II and S5IIX. So that'll be nice. But you can do it on the S9 right now. So yeah, if you're a solo filmmaker, yeah, and you're running a business, like if you want to do pro plus just run and gun everyday stuff, the S5IIX is literally the best tool for that. Yeah, like I've gotten to the point now, and I'm gonna make this point in my next video where like image quality to me is just subjective to anybody because all cameras look good now. So there's no argument into, oh well, the image quality is better, because honestly, in my opinion, all all cameras look good these days. So like there's no argument you can make where the image quality looks better. Personally, I think the Lumix camera's image looks better than the others, but that's just my personal opinion, right? And so yeah, I think S5IIX is a better run and gun tool. At least a better hybrid run and gun tool. So why would the image quality be better on the two? I don't know. I don't know. Just random stranger. Guys, don't take him too seriously, okay? He's just here for comical relief, okay? Dude, I was ready. I was seriously, if it was going for body only for less than 1,000, bro, I'm not even kidding. I probably would have bought one right then. Like that's crazy, but it's S5, so I don't really want it. Yeah, that exactly. That's how I feel. Price gap 1,300 versus 1,700. I'm like, okay, that's a fair $400 price gap. I think that's fair, right? How much is a used Leica L SL2? Let's see. By the way, I promise we're going to talk about the GH7 more about the shoot and like yeah, just my thoughts on the GH7 used like a SL2 because I did make a video. I'll show you, but I did make a video. Oh my god, is that real? I thought the Leicas were like really expensive. Yeah, that's like a. Is that an older one? Am I like crazy? Does that seem right? That's not the no SL2. Is that like $4,000 less than what it is new? Or is it the SL3 that I'm thinking of? Yeah, like what is the retail price? Shop. Shop now. No, it's saying it's $7,000 for an SL2. New is on sale for 3,600. Oh, it's not bad. I don't know. I'd probably rather go with like a Sigma FP personally than a Leica. I don't know. I'm just not into like the Leica stuff. So minus 30% here. It's not like the S5 and my Micro Four Thirds aren't enough for what I do beyond. Yes, exactly. The glass is more important, especially these days. Like the lens matters way more, right? I know. This is so true. We're spending money on like to like take our perfectly sharp. Even right now, I have a mist filter on here. I've got a mist filter and a polarizer filter. I put that on there to like, you know, soften things a bit and like, you know, make it look a little different. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny that we're doing that now. But it is, hey, but to be fair, there are times when you just really want something clean and sharp. It's just now we've got more, you know, flexibility in like we can have a clean image or we can dirty it up. So you got into the S5II because of me? You cannot leave? No. No. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually going to talk about this in my next video as well. Fadlin is that here's the thing. I've been on Lumix for like 5 years, 6 years now. I've owned the S1H and then the S5 and now got the S5. Now I literally only have Lumix cameras. I don't even have a Sony. But the only way that I would right now switch off of Lumix or have any thoughts or ideas of switching from Lumix is if their next camera that they release is a letdown. And I don't think it would be a switch, but I would probably look into other brands. You know, I'd probably honestly, as sad as it says, I'd probably go for either Fujifilm or, that's not really sad, but, or Nikon. The partnership between Nikon and Red, I think, could be huge. But yeah, it's all kind of riding on whatever Lumix's next camera is. As long as it lives up to, you know, its hype, I'll be happy. As long, well, okay. Let me rephrase that actually. As long as it feels like it's an upgrade from what I have right now. And if it starts offering things that, you know, it doesn't just feel like a rebodied, rehoused thing with like a little extra features. Like, I love the S9. Seriously, one of my favorite cameras, just for the size. I kind of talked about that in my last video. I took it. This is my go-to like vacation, literally hobby camera. This is my go-to hobby camera. I don't pick up any other camera. Don't even pick up my S5II, S5IIX. This is the one that I pick up. But for like pro work and stuff like that, I'm ready for an upgrade because it feels like the S5II is just the S1H with better autofocus. So yeah, I'm so behind on chat. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, you had a G drive just die on you last week? You need the U green? You need the U green. U greens, they're sending me their SSD enclosure, so I'm gonna be able to test that. It's gonna be cool. All Lumix has to do is give me a full frame camera with faster, proper, usable sensor readout, dual ISO, SDI connection, and take the rest of the feature set from the GH7 and I'm set. I know. Is as easy as that sounds too, it's like, we're probably still a ways off from that. But yeah, as long as it feels like a big step forward, yeah, I'm staying on Lumix for I have no plans to change anywhere. So in my country, the S9 and S5 are the same price new. What cam would you choose? It depends. I would say the S9 because it honestly, personally, I think is more useful. But the S5, if you're going to be doing anything like client work wise where you're shooting for long periods of time, I would probably choose the S5 and just shoot with manual lenses because, that is not going to overheat, or it's just going to do better. Maybe it can overheat, but yeah, it's going to do better for longer recording times and stuff than over the S9. So, but the S9, if you're going to be not doing a lot of long takes and mostly just like B-roll and stuff, yeah, like the S9 would be a great pickup. So, shot on the Burano last week. But it just felt like an overpriced FX6. That's what I hear. That's what I feel about a lot of Sony cameras. Uh, Sony A7 Mark A1 Mark II. Isn't it just basically like a tiny upgrade from the A1? And yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in my next video. I actually am hoping to record that video after I do this live stream. So yeah, I'm like, wait, don't you have, because you can't do L mount on that tuner, right? I'm gonna have to wait for the PL mount, L to PL mount version, and then use my dual lens on there. Ooh, this is where it's kind of too bad. Oh wait, I don't think the Athenas would work anyways. But I was like, this is kind of where it's too bad that I don't have my uh, Athenas anymore. I'm sad that I had to sell those, but I can never leave. Never. It would be, that's the thing. Is like I would be so sad though if I was like leaving Lumix, because like more sad than Sony, because like it would feel like I'd be like compromising, I don't know, compromising in a way, because yeah, I'm just so used to Lumix. It's literally the tool I dreamed of. Like honestly, the S5II is almost everything I could dream of. So yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up on chats. I know people are in there. Lumix Japan is pushing the S9 a lot, but I never see posts from the GH7. Do you know? Do you know why? I feel like all the hype about the GH7 is already over. Well, yeah. Actually, I think because the S9 is, here's the thing. The S9 is just probably going to outsell the GH7 no matter what. This is a camera that's made for hobbyists, really. Pros can use it, but it's made for people that are just looking to have fun with a camera, Whereas this is built for more for a professional, right? And so, and it sounds like, oh well, but like, doesn't that mean that more people are going to buy it? But this camera will appeal to a broader audience than this camera. So like, I can see why they're pushing the S9 over the GH7. And it's funny that you say the hype around the GH7 has already over. Stay tuned. We've got a video in the work on my channel, and a video / project that I did with Lumix technically on the GH7. It's going to be sick. It's actually my first. I don't know how much I can reveal, but I don't know. I don't really care. I didn't say anything. I have a pretty good idea, but it's yeah, kind of exciting thing. I finished up my first like paid gig with Lumix, so it was super big project. A lot of fun. Was a lot of work. It's in the works right now. I wanted to show some images. I'm gonna figure that out before the end of the stream. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna show a couple like BTS images from the shoot, and yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a cool video, and it's not just going on my channel. I'm making a separate video on my channel, but there will be a channel on like official Lumix, and possible I'm gonna be in like Sean's like live stream and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, stay tuned, guys. On the more to come on the GH7. It's gonna be big, big and cool. So, hey, thanks for coming in, Fadlin. I'm sorry, I'm so behind on chat. It's hypnotizing. I know. My little feral fluid in the back. Wait, let me move my drink. How's it going, Cut? Welcome in. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to get to you, but I get off. Ah, that's right. I forgot that the S5 has that recording limit. Damn, just kidding. Maybe the S9 is the way to go. So it's been a minute since I've used the S5, so yeah, S5II is seriously like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's people are like, Lumix is falling behind, but I'm like, but like Lumix still has so much. The S5II still has so many things that not even the newer cameras released have. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just wait for the GH7 promo video, okay? Yeah, and that's another thing too. Japan, they love small, cute things. Japan, that's what Japan loves. Small, cute looking things. And so S9, they're going to push that all day. All those colors and stuff like that, the pink color, the sakura, yeah, the mint green, the orange one, man, they got so many better colors. Yeah, that's why they're pushing the S9 over in Japan, because Japan likes small, cute things. Yeah, and the FP as well, Sigma FP. Look at this. Look at this Sigma FP shill in here in my chat. Okay, you wouldn't even know that he uses Lumix. He's just shilling his FP all day long. Let's see. Yeah, GH7 is slept on. Exactly. FX3 and FX30 are overhyped. I need to do a video. Maybe I need to just do a comparison video. Okay, since I'm on topic and I've almost kind of caught up. Yeah, once I used the GH7 with that 10 to 25 and 25 to 50 and the 100 to 400, actually, I'm like totally on board with Micro Four Thirds now. Like, not that I wasn't. I still think this camera is great. Image quality is great. Features are great. But I'm my own bias of like using full frame pretty much ever since I bought my first camera, because I had a A7S, which was full frame. I'm just used to full frame. Yeah, I needed to use the correct lenses. And so now the next thing I want to do, and maybe you guys can give me some recommendations, is I want to get a speed booster. Either I'll probably just rent one. I don't know what the best one out there is, but I think I want to get a speed booster and use my dual lens on the GH7, do a shoot on the GH7 with the speed booster. Yeah, see what the hype's all about. Because yeah, like I've becoming way more kind of on board. The video that I made where I said my honest thoughts about the GH7, like there's still disadvantages. You can get the same background blur, but you just have to think about it more. And that's just because if you're a full frame shooter, you have to think about it more. Like, okay, if I want it to be just as blurry at 1.8, I'm going to need a lens that can do, well, that's probably not a good example. If I want a lens that can do a f2.8 lens on Micro Four Third to get the same amount of background blur, I'm going to have to be around 1.7 essentially. And so yeah, I don't even think that's 1.7, but yeah, like, the math. 1.4, that's what it is. There's the math. If I want the same amount of background blur, and if I want it to perform similar in low light, I'm going to have to get a 1.4 f1.4 lens on Micro Four Thirds to perform just as good at an f2.8. So like, yeah, that's where I'm like, the low light also is just the dual ISO. like it's just not as good. I'm gonna be honest. I'd pull out my S9 and I'd be like, oh yeah, this looks so much better in low light, less noisy, I should say, not better. And I'm not. I'm even one that doesn't care too much about noise. But anyways, after using those, if I was gonna buy the GH7, I would buy the 10 to 25, 25 to 50. That's it. That is literally all I would buy for it. And I have seriously thought about it like 2 or 3 times to just pick up those two lenses and just go for it. But I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy the speed booster. Well, first I'll go with the renting the speed booster because I want to make sure that it works with my dual lens. I think it will, and then just go from there. So yeah, exactly. Those are the lenses I'm actually talking about. The f1.7 Panasonic Leica. Yeah, zoom lens duo. Like seriously, once I use those lenses, I was like, okay, this actually looks way better than the lenses I have right now. Because to be honest, those were the lenses that Lumix sent me, just because that's what they had. I didn't. They just sent them to me, and I was like, sure, I'll use these. One, I did buy the 7 to 14 millimeter, just because I wanted something wider to test like the ibis and stuff. But yeah, it is not physically possible cut to use L mount on micro four thirds because of the flange distance of the sensors. I think they're basically identical. Maybe not identical. I could see, but it's too small. So yeah, it's not possible to use L mount on micro four thirds. I'm not even gonna read this. I'm just gonna show it on frame so you guys can read it. This is our comic relief here. Use the FX30 for run and gun here in DC. Great image, but also not a wallet killer if it gets broken or stolen. Well, yeah, and like price wise, yeah, I need to do a. This is where I need to do a video on the GH7 versus the FX30 because I'm like, it really does. It destroys it, in my opinion, and it's like the same price. So yes, PL Speed Booster. I was looking at the Metabones though. You got it for Black Magic because I know you can get it with what's it called? Let's see. I know you can get the what's it called? You can get it for EF mount. I don't really own any EF lenses, a speed booster, and I'd rather use them with my dual lens as well. So, anyways, yeah. Also, the sharpest usually have the best support when it comes to autofocus and lens control. I wouldn't need autofocus because it'll be PL mount, but yeah, it's on sale right now too. The Metabones. Maybe I buy it used though. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I know. Just use a faster lens. But that's the thing. It's easy to say like just use a faster lens for low light on the micro four thirds, but it's like, what if I don't have one? And like my brain, an f2.8 is actually like it's a pretty fast lens. But like when I have my full frame at f2.8 and my micro four thirds at f2.8, I'm like, it's just like everything looks like it's still in focus. And not that I'm like, I just want background blur like this, right? It's just, I want more control over that. And it feels like I have less control over that on Micro Four Thirds. So, but yeah. I need to figure this out. Why my, maybe it's because my other computer is connected to it, but I should be able to connect to it. Because, yeah, I'm trying to connect to my NAS. My other NAS over here is being silly. Hang on. Let me just see if I can get. you there? Did it come back? I guess I could just reset my NAS and see if it pulls up. For some reason, it just doesn't want to pull up on my PC over here. Hang on, because I want to show you some images that we got from this shoot. Hi, Kolba. Kolba. Wait, this might be it. This might get me onto it. There we go. We got it. That easy. Look at that. Oh, just a little bit of troubleshooting, guys, and we're there. Imagine that. Alright, Kolba. Let's see here. You know what I might do is I might show you guys some footage that is not technically shot on the GH7 because I do not want to reveal like too much with this project. I also need to keep some of this not visible because some of it is technically some of the folder names and stuff. I don't know if I want people seeing those folder names, especially on a live stream. So oh, you know what I could do? Oh, I can't play any of these on my PC because the files are too large. So hold on, let's just do this. And then none of this is uploaded, so that's nice. Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the best way to show off some of this. And I'd show some of my images, but they're all raw, so I can't really show those either. I didn't think it through, okay? I didn't think this through. This is probably going to be the best way to show it off, though. Okay. This is probably going to be the best way to show it off, just because I can't really pull it up, but you can... Sorry that it's tiny. There we go. So here's some of like stills and frame grabs from some of the footage and also some of the pictures that we got. This is all shot on the GH7, by the way. And this is Josh, by the way. Josh, this is his truck. He does like, this is the type of content that like he gets and stuff. And yeah, we did a big shoot with this pro motocross biker. And yeah, there's a whole story around it, but these are some of the frames from it. This is some BTS from it. So Josh, by the way, I recommend going following Josh. So there's GH7, another GH7. There's me trying to run to get in position because they're going again. There's Josh riding my one wheel. This is the location. There I am. Got a GH7 doing some tests. Us getting set up for some things on GH7 as well, on Josh's truck. Some of the POV from that camera. And there we are. That's the crew technically for the shoot, but yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could show some more without being like too revealing. But anyways, that's a little teaser. That's a little teaser for you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a big video. The one that's going on, like the ones that are going on Lumix's channel and the ones that are going on the one going on my channel as well. It's gonna be a big video. So looking to see the content you create with the GH7. Yeah, Neil, very January there will be some good content on the GH7. So the PL speedboard, how much your PL rear optic sticks out? Yeah, similar. Yep, I need to see what the distance is on my dual lens before I would order it, just to make sure. So you'd have to make a mount that was 0.75 millimeters in order, less than that actually, 0.75 millimeter mount. That's how you would make your L mount lenses work with your micro four thirds. You'd probably make it your A cam, yeah. I am debating. Are those Leica lenses on sale? I keep going back and forth on it. 10 to 25. I can get a used one from MPB for under 1,000, but man, they're just pricey. And like, this is the lens I'm talking about. This one and the other one, like $300 off is a great price new, but I'm like, it's just it's hard because I'm like, I'm right in between. I already have so many lenses already for full frame, and I'm like, I'd love to use the GH7 more, but I only want to use it with this lens. So I think I'm just gonna go, yeah, speed booster route. Oh, it looks like, sorry, this is a speed booster actually. I'm gonna go speed booster route because I do have some PL mount lenses. Won't be able to get super wide. I can probably only get like, I only have a 21 millimeter, but maybe I could get something wider as well. But yeah, I need to make sure that my dual lens don't protrude further than this, because yeah, that'd be sad if I bought it and it wouldn't work with it. So yeah, exactly. It can be compared to the FX3. No dual ISO. Yes, it doesn't have dual ISO because it has something called dynamic range boost. Maybe it's possible to be able to do those at the same time, but they just haven't created that technology yet. So, but yeah, there's no dual native ISO on the GH7. However, when you've got a decent lens on there, like the f1.7s, it actually does do pretty good in low light. It's definitely just as good as an APS-C camera in low light. So that's another one I could look into. The 16, 30, and 56 f1.4. That are super 35 between full frame. You're typically only, yeah, losing. Yeah, exact. Yeah, there's tons of, like, super 35 I don't have really a problem with. Like, I've used my super 35, the super 35 mode on the S5II. It's more just out of convenience, like wanting a camera that does full frame 4K 60 or at least close, because when I change from 6K down to slow-mo and I change to this, you know, you have to compensate for the crop. It's like, okay, I'm already set, I'm good. Let's do some slow-mo stuff, switch, and you're like, I gotta scoot back. You know, that's the only reason why it's like annoying to switch between, you know, the two. Why I'd love 4K. It's not like I have to have that because I don't know. I don't really have a problem with Super 35. So with the GH6 10 to 25, get compliments on the image quality. Yeah, like the image is amazing on the GH7. Pair it with the right lenses, yeah, it's amazing. Sensor and read speed, but the gel effect, yeah, it's just yep. You know, I agree. I will say that it's much better on the GH7. So yeah, the readout speed needs to be improved though, for sure. It's a major weakness of that. So how many crash cams died on that project? Should I reveal? Maybe I'll let you guess how many died. It may actually surprise you. You love your 12 to 60 Panasonic Leica? Is it that's for Micro Four Thirds, right? Which better color? I don't know. I'd probably just say GH7. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people. I don't know. I don't. I'm not one to really say which one has better image quality. I haven't used the GH6 really hardly at all. So I do have the Focus Pro. Yeah, and I can use that if I need autofocus. Yeah, more expensive glass. The thing is, yeah, I already have a kit of PL mount glass, so that's why I'm like, just go the Metabones route. I know, still no flagship or cinema camera. I know that's what we're waiting for is a flagship or cinema camera from Lumix. So S5II is amazing, but yeah, try the Helios. Yeah, I used to have a Helios. I don't anymore, but yeah, actually, I've used the Sire Nightwalkers. I actually really liked those. The F 1.2, because at Super 35, you're still at like 1.8. So, like, in terms of like background blur, the Siri Nightwalkers are actually really nice. If I didn't already have my dual lens, Siri, they did send me the 16 and the 75 millimeter. So I did use those and I made a video on them. And yeah, they were awesome. But yeah, that's a route you could go because the 16 millimeter too, you're at like, uh, what is that? That's like 24 millimeters at Super 35. So still pretty wide. They need to make a wider version, but yeah, I like them. They have some weaknesses, but I like them. Or some flaws. Okay, back to the enchiladas, guys. One or two cameras were temporarily indisposed because GH7s are really quite sturdy. Yeah, I'll expose us. Only one died. And honestly, I think the only reason it died is because it got seriously like so much just like really fine dust in it. And it was like it was the car that we mount or sorry, it was the camera that we actually mounted to the car, and it basically all day was on that rig. And I think just using it all day, like on really uneven terrain and like going really fast, and it was like really bumpy like the whole day, and it was just getting so much dust and stuff in it. I think that's the only reason why it actually still turned on just fine, but it would immediately say something about how the shutter was like locked, or I don't know. It would just basically like you turn it on, you'd use it for a little bit, and then it would just like be like, oh, we can't use it. So yeah, only one, which is pretty good to be honest. Only the tax shark crybabies whine about them. Yeah, you're using Arilog C3 and Ari real-time LUTs far more than I thought you would. Ah, interesting. I've had a similar experience on the GH7. No, actually, I'm like the opposite. I used the I did a shoot in Arilog C3, and it's not that I didn't like it. I think it's just I've been using Vlog for a long time, and I preferred Vlog. But if I want to get, is that a scratch on my thing? If I want to get like the Airy look, use Airy's looks from their website, that's really the only time that I would use uh Airy Log C3. Or if I'm using it next to an Airy, it's really the only time I would. That's just me though. Yeah, get those likes in. Like, like. Yeah, car mounted camera. Yeah, massive vibration, tons of desert dust. Yeah. Yeah, like Josh, you really should go follow Josh, guys. He puts not even GH, Lumix cameras. Yeah, I'm going to go back to his Instagram. He puts Lumix cameras through hell. No joke. And you'd be surprised how much those cameras survive what he does to them. I'm going to pull him back up. Yeah, like this is all shot on Lumix, by the way. There you go. He's even using an S9 right here. Yeah, he does not. He does not really care. He just does a lot of shit with them. Nice Star Trails stuff. Ooh, do you know what'd be cool actually? You want to see a cool shot? I actually think I can show you one thing. Hold on. I think one thing will. There is one thing I can show you from the shoot that I did shoot on the GH7. Let me make sure that I'm on. Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. See, did I not put day one on here? I don't have all the footage yet because I wasn't really in charge of backing up the footage. Let me get my hard drive. Oops. Here, I'm gonna transfer it right now. Stay with me. Stand by. Maybe I have it. There it is. Okay, here we go. I can actually put this one on here. And this one hopefully should play back. We'll see. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this should be a cool thing to show you guys that we shot from the shoot, and it's on the GH7. If it plays back. Please. It says format not supported. No. Hold on. Well, this is the problem with Windows. Maybe I'm just going to have to download VLC. All right, we're downloading VLC because I'm pretty sure VLC will be able to play it back. Do I not have VLC on here? I thought I had VLC on here. There it is. Yeah, I have that. I have that lens. That's the one I have. Yeah, exactly. If Josh hasn't broken it, yeah, the camera's not going to break. He has broken a few before, but yeah. I have a video on how to color grade vlog in DaVinci. If that is what you use, I currently do, yes, but I don't do really anything that fancy, you know? I use Vlog. I kind of have a video, Conrad, that talks about like the workflow of Arilog C3. You can watch that one if you want, and you kind of get an idea, but it's not for Vlog, but you kind of get an idea through that. I should make a color grading video of sorts. I've never done that before, actually, like how to color grade, you know, Panasonic cameras, Panasonic Lumix cameras on in DaVinci Resolve. Because, yeah, that's what I use is DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is the best. Hey, speaking of DaVinci Resolve, it is on sale right now. 20% off the studio version. Like, people. Okay. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's see if this plays back now. I really want to show you guys this. Haha! We're in business. Okay, guys. So right now it looks like nothing's happening. Let me get to the part where it actually starts. There we go. Okay. This is a cool thing I did, and I shot on the GH7 on this shoot. So right now it looks like nothing's really happening, but if I scrub this, you'll notice that we're now getting some star trails here. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. And yeah, I did not mean to have my truck turn on, but it did. So yeah. Cool star trails thing. And then let me show a better one. What? Okay, here's another one. So let's me starting it. Okay. I don't think it's actually started yet. Okay, there we go. So if you, same thing, don't really see anything happening, but if we scrub through a little bit, hey, look at that. We're shing, shing. We're getting some star trails here. Loading. Coming in real time. This was using the live view composite mode on the GH7. It also comes on the S5II and the S5IIX, so I'm actually going to make a video about this, a full dedicated video on live view composite, but there you go. I showed you something cool from the shoot. If you want to make a unique video, make an end-to-end tutorial to get HDR to work on YouTube. It's just such a niche thing, though. Like, I'm sure that there's a need for it, but like, I don't know. It's not something like I'm really that interested in, you know? I don't know how else to put it. Not really like super interested in like HDR for myself, really. It's like I've looked into HDR to see if it's something I want to do and like the workflow and stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little too. I just don't. I'm not going to use it hardly ever. So like, why learn it right now? You know, it's kind of how I feel, at least. So, did somebody give me a super chat and I missed it? Someone did. Ken, yo, I appreciate the. I didn't realize that was a super chat. I don't know if you're still here, Ken. I don't think it notified me that that was a super chat. Yeah, sorry about that, Ken. I am just noticing that super chat. I appreciate the $2. Thank you. Anyways, you are still here. Thank you, Ken. Shout out to Ken for that super chat. Just look at the poor low light performance in those videos. Yeah, exactly. Are you talking about like GH7 versus FX30 low light? Well, even like I have maxed out the ISO on the S5II before. It still looks honestly pretty good. Like it's noisy, but like it looks pretty good. I think it looks better than Sony. Sony gets like soft and like gross. Sorry, I'm just wiping something off this. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Just not implemented well. Exactly. Torn between the A6700 and the S9 for video and photography. For me, I think it's an easy choice. The S9, it pretty much destroys, in my opinion. What is the A6700 even going for? I feel like the A67 is like almost more expensive. It is more expensive. Yeah, S9 all day. So here, I'm gonna make your decision for you. This camera new right now is $1,400. Okay, 1,400. When was it released? Release date of Sony. 2023. I thought it was actually older than that. I'm probably thinking of the A6600, but 2023. Let's see. Verse Lumix S9. But anyways, 1400 for just the body. Right now, the Lumix S9 is 1300. Right? 1300. This is a full frame camera. It shoots 6K. You've got IBIS. Does the A6700 have IBIS? You've got anamorphic modes. You've got everything, basically. You've got the connectivity to the app. I'm sure it has IBIS, but here, let me go to B&H. Like, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer because the S9 right now is cheaper and you get way, way, way more with the S9 than the A6700. Like, even taking out the whole, like, it's full frame versus APS-C. Yeah, so this can only do... it can do 4K. Sure, it can do 4K 60, but you could put the S9 in the Super 35 mode, which is the APS-C mode. You could put it in the APS-C mode, and it's probably going to be better overall. I guess it can do 4K 120, but, like, do you really need 4K 120? I don't know. It does have image stabilization, but it's only 5-axis crop mode. So it probably has less of a crop too, the S9. The bitrate for the Sony, it's only 50 to 280. It's right there. Or 300 to 200, or 30 to 200. But yeah, 280 is the highest, it looks like. Like, from a feature standpoint, the S9 trumps the A6700, and in price, it trumps it. I'm assuming it doesn't have a mechanical shutter. It might have a mechanical shutter, but... Where is it? Shutter. Shutter type. It does have a mechanical and electronic. So I guess, sure, it's got an electronic shutter. But, like, if you're shooting video, and even in the photo mode, you're really not going to notice a difference. Unless you're doing, like, flash photography. That's really the only time you need a mechanical. I mean, there's some other reasons why, but yeah. Yeah, the S9 is seriously... Yeah, you don't care about the viewfinder? Like, the S9 is seriously a way better buy, in my opinion. There's just so many more features on the S9 compared to that, and it's a full frame camera, so... I know. I'm sure they'll do something like that, Greg. Maybe on, like, the S9 Mark II, they might do something like that. So... Yeah, I rarely use the viewfinder too. If you're mainly a video shooter, you rarely use the viewfinder. If you take a lot of photos though, yeah. Yeah, the Lumix IBIS is crazy, so lens recommendations. I mean, you could just go with the kit, the 20 to 60. You could get it like this, 1500. the 20 to 60 millimeter lens. I have that lens. Here, I'll just grab it for you and I'll show you what it looks like on the S9. Why not? We're here. So for price, the 20 to 60, that's what you're getting. It is a variable f-stop. Ooh, that's a really tight. It's really tight. Just been sitting around for a while. Yeah, 20 to 60 though. Not a bad lens. If you want to go, if you're just like concerned about budget, you could do that. You know, there's also the 18 to 40, which, let me grab that one. Got another one for you. I've basically got all these lenses. So you could, if you needed wider, it's only if you need it. So 20 to 60. If you needed wider and smaller, more compact, there's the 18 to 40. However, in order for it to be operational, it needs to be extended like this. And when you extend it, I mean, it's almost the same size. But sure, for travel, it does go down to there. 18 to 40, not a bad lens, just kind of boring in my opinion. I mean, even this 20 to 60 is pretty boring, but I think 20 to 60 is a better range, honestly, than the 18 to 40. And this one is also f4.563. This one's f3.5 to 5.6. So a little bit, yeah, a little bit better, like flexibility in the f-stop, variability of the f-stop. But I would probably go, if you're going to buy, like if you have no budget or you got bigger budget, the 28 to 200 looks like it's out of stock, at least on Amazon. But the 28 to 200, which is this bad boy, it's basically the same size as the 20 to 60, but yeah, it's 28 to 200. So now you're getting 200 out of that bad boy. And like, that is like, this thing is just so useful in so many scenarios. And it's a half macro, so you can get like super close. Yeah, 28 to 200 is great. Sigma has some really good lenses. The 28 to 105 f2.8, really, really good. Yeah, the L Mount Alliance, you got tons of options. It's the best way for me to put it. Hold on, Chris. Switching, or is it clickbait? It's kind of both. Had to put that lens back. So Chris, probably not switching. It's a little bit of clickbait, but the bigger thing I was saying is that after I used the GH7 with the 10 to 25 and the 25 to 50, I've started to really like it a lot more. And so and now I've gotten intrigued by using a speed booster with the GH7, specifically my PL mount speed booster lenses. I don't know what just happened to my screen. 24 to 105 as well. Sorry, that's also a really good lens too. You own S5II but in need for a second cam. Would you recommend another S5II or an S9? Pretty torn because I don't want to invest so much money when a flagship is coming soon. I don't know, it's hard. Why didn't you just rent a camera until when you need? Because, yeah, if a flagship is coming soon, might want to save for that. But if you're shooting like a ton and it's going to cost, it's a tough one. I would get a used S5II, honestly. If you're shooting like for a B cam, I don't know. It's hard for me to recommend the S9 if you're like, oh, I'm going to be shooting and using it all the time as a B cam. I think it can be used as a B cam if you're doing mostly just like B-roll stuff. But if you're gonna use it for like talking head B cam stuff, it's like, I don't know. It might overheat. That's one risk. That's the risk. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming from the L Mount Alliance. Yep. Everybody's selling on it. Love my GH7 with the Komodo 6K. Freaking holds IQ wise and color depth wise. I am honestly not surprised. No problem. Use my affiliate link. But probably a used one is the route I would go because, yeah, you can get a used one in some cases, some scenarios, cheaper than an S9. Even though the S9 is great. But then again, you could just deal with it overheating in some scenarios if you want the flexibility of just how tiny the S9 is. So I don't know. That's a tough call. The S9 between the S9 and the S5II. So yeah, no. The GH7, I'm currently looking into using Metabone's speed booster with my PL mount lenses and my GH7. I am intrigued and interested after this shoot where I use those lenses because, yeah, the footage looks awesome. And it did kind of surprise me because before the video that I made, I wasn't really fully convinced on the GH7. And maybe this doesn't help it. Let me pull up the video. This video did really well. So everybody said that I don't, my opinions changed, and they did actually.
I've been a full frame camera user since.
So this video, my honest thoughts on the Lumix GH7 as a full frame user. Yeah, you could say my opinions changed a bit on the GH7, or not even the GH7, but just Micro Four Thirds, because yeah, I was using prior. You just need good glass in front of it. If you use what I was using, just like the standard like Micro Four Thirds lenses, like I don't know, I'm not fully on board with the image quality with those lenses, but the Leica lenses, the 10 to 25, 25 to 50, the 100 to 400, it looks awesome with those lenses. And now I'm intrigued by Speed Booster. So it's a bit worse with Metavones versus Micro Four Thirds lenses. Yeah, I probably wouldn't use any EF lenses, only PL mount. So IBIS is a bit worse with Metavones versus Micro Four Thirds. Interesting, because I think it's supposed to have better IBIS without lenses that have at least optical image stabilization. So I don't know. The Pro 1.2 primes so good on the GH7. Let's see, what are those? Like the 42-5. Yeah, I honestly don't doubt that this lens looks awesome. Whoa, is this a new website? I feel like this website's new. Like, is that just me? This website actually looks like nice. It doesn't look like a website from a long time ago. I thought this. Oh, that's with the lens. Okay, I was like, I thought the GH7 was like 2200. Let's just have a little gander here. Here we go. I just got to take a little look see here. I mean, even these 1.7 lenses are probably great too. Well, my bad. So they've got just this 42.5. Oh, they've got a 17, 25, okay, and 45. I see. Man, I just love this lens though. I do. And that lens. I love those two lenses. They're sick. They look amazing. So this one, the 25 and the 17. I don't see a 17. Did you mean the 15? Yeah, the Leicas. I love those lenses. Seriously, they look sick. GH7 20% off. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back here and some dude GH7 20% off if you're on the email list plus free XLR2. Talk me out of it. I don't think I can. The free XLR2 with 20% off GH7. I don't think I can talk anybody out of that. That's yeah. I don't even have the XLR2 yet. I've heard, yeah, Olympus has some good lenses too. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do a little research. Actually, like, I'm probably gonna end the stream shortly. I'm gonna do a little research and see if the Metabones can work with my what's it called? Can work with my dual lens, and I might pick it up and see if I can use GH7 on my dual lens. Cause yeah, that and the Metabones. Cause I'm like, I don't know, it'd be pretty sick. So, or maybe I'll just Google it right here. Dual lens on Metabones speed booster. Only uncovered subject. Will Dustin switch to GH7? Exactly. I have been teasing you guys. I'm leaving it open. The thing is like, I'm not going to switch. I'm not going to leave it open anymore. I'm not going to switch because I already have so much full frame stuff. I'm already so invested in full frame. I'm not going to fully switch. But will the GH7 become more of a B cam instead of using the S5II or the S5IIX? Like, would I use my S5IIX with my GH7 instead of my S5IIX and my S5II? That's better. It might even become more like an A cam as well, right? Like I'll just switch between the two. S5IIX, A cam, S5II. Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of what I see more realistically happening. Okay. Oh, by the way, I am super excited for January because I did a promo video. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, and I'm pretty excited to do. January is going to be a big month. We got this GH7 project thing launching, and then I'm doing a more a more calculated promo video for a live band. Okay, so this is a video I did for a live band here. Shot on the S5IIX. I made a few videos, kind of like used some of the footage. Why are we in shitty quality? There we go. So I can't play the music because, yeah, it's like a cover music, right? But for this promo video, it was... So they actually recorded their own mix. So what they're singing right now is their mix, right? And what the footage is like matching to. But yeah, I shot this on S5IIX. Some of it's actually B-raw, some of it's not. And some of it's on my dual lens too. I just realized. Anyways, we're doing another one because some of the band members changed, and they actually are just renting out like they're just doing a free concert essentially, which the purpose of it is for me to get a promo video. So I'm writing out like a shot list, and I'm going to be getting some more like calculated shots instead of just showing up to a bunch of different concerts that they've done and then putting a video together, right? It's going to be a cool video because we're going to be making a cool video. Finally, another cool video, right? Because a lot of times projects I do are very just run and gun. It's the way they happen. They just hire you to come shoot, and then you got to make some kind of video out of it, right? Whereas this one, I'm like, hey, this time when I do your promo video, because I'm like, I've done one now. You guys love what I've done, but let's like take it up to the next level this time. And they're like, yes, let's do that. And I was like, let's go. I'm so excited to, make a much more like, I'm writing out a shot list and kind of building a bit more of a story. It's still going to have like a mix, and they're going to be like shots that I just get while they're performing. But then while they're performing, I will be getting some more like specific shots that I couldn't get like for that promo video. So yeah. Anyways, let me read this last comment. Have I bought the dual lens 21mm? What are your thoughts on it? I'm thinking of buying a couple of lenses from dual lens set. What two focal lengths do you recommend from the set to start with? I do own the 21mm. I need to do another video on my dual lens kit, which I'm planning on in January, sometime January, February, because that shoot I was just talking about, I'm probably going to be shooting on my dual lens. And I'm going to be using the 21mm because the previous video I made, I didn't have a 21mm, and I kind of just like shot some footage. I made like a cool thing out at the salt flats, but I didn't really like shoot anything like that cool with it. If you want to see some more footage let me pull up a video I did. You can watch footage that I shot on my dual lens. I'll link it in the description as well. The 21, bear in mind though, the 21 millimeter is not, I did not have the 21 millimeter at this time. Okay, so it's this video. So this was shot on my dual lens kit. So best image quality on a mirrorless camera. I'll link this below, but if you want to go watch some of the footage on the dual lens. So this is all dual lens. And it's shot in B-RAW. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. It's fun little like yeah, it's a good video. Fun little project. Let me link it if you want to go take a closer look at some footage on the dual lens. So, okay, there we go. Anyways, better strap that GoPro to your noggin and give us proper BTS of this epic. So yeah, I'll have plenty of BTS from this shoot. It's gonna. I'll have I have an Insta360 camera. I'm gonna probably throw on my camera, and then I'll also, I'll have my meta glasses as well. There will be a bunch of things. Be a bunch of BTS. I'll also have somebody out there helping me as well, Jeff. Hey, oh, sorry. Other little teaser as well before I let you guys go. Guess who I convinced? Technically, I didn't really convince, but in a way, I had influence. Do you guys remember Jeff? Let me pull up the video. So do you guys remember Jeff? So Jeff, he's a Red user. My name is Jeff, exactly. Jeff is a Red user. He owns is it a Red Scarlet? I can't remember what Red he owns, but he owns a Red, and he has for a long time, and he loves Red, but like same thing. It's like the reason why I don't like having a Red as like my daily run and gun camera is because it's just inconvenient to deal with. And so he was doing a lot more just like interview stuff, and he just doesn't need his Red. And yeah, he ended up going with Lumix, and he did a bunch of research and everything, and he was just like, it's the same reason why I choose Lumix. It's just the best camera for the price. And especially if you're like a professional, it's the best camera. So yeah, he owns one now. But we're going to do a video. It's going to be a fun one. So I always talk about a lot of videos that I'm going to do, but I'm so slow to getting them all out. I'm always working on so many different things, and then other projects pop up and get prioritized. But anyways, sorry. With that though, gonna end the stream. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you guys chatting with me. Appreciate you guys being here. I will be doing another stream maybe in 2 weeks or so, maybe a week or two. And yeah, if you want to pick up anything, I guess I should say this, if you're watching this stream after the live stream, the replay, check the links in the description, or anybody here too. Use those links if you want to help me, support me. They're affiliate links. They're just to some Lumix stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you on the other side.